Going live in 2 seconds. Hello, good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. Happy Friday. Today is actually AARP's Virginia's first Friday Fraudcast. And I'm here joined with a few of my friends in the community and our community partners because AARP Virginia is working really hard to empower you to spot and avoid scams and fraud. So I'm joined today by many individuals who represent the community, and they're working to keep you engaged, informed with good information. The first person I would love to introduce you to is Ellen Phipps of Aging Together. Ellen, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Janaea. Good morning, everybody. It's great to see you all here today. As Janaea said, my name is Ellen Phipps, and I'm the Executive Director of Aging Together, based in Culpeper, Virginia, and serving the 5 counties surrounding Culpeper. Aging Together connects people to communities and to resources to improve quality of life as we age in our 5 counties surrounding Culpeper, Virginia. We have really enjoyed a very strong partnership over the years with Triad, with AARP, and with law enforcement. And what we do is we provide educational programs and information to get the word out, to raise awareness about fraud and about scams. You can always see more information about our programs locally here. And now, of course, we're all virtual at agingtogether.org. But unfortunately, there are people out there who prey on vulnerable older adults. And we really want to raise awareness of this because it's very easy for people to fall prey to scams. And so I'd like to now introduce my colleague, Ginny Biggs. She's also with Aging Together, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about this strong partnership that we've enjoyed over the years to raise awareness about this very important issue.
Good morning. Hi, everyone. I'm Ginny Biggs, and I'm the County Resource Specialist with Aging Together. And as Ellen mentioned, we work in 5 counties, and we have monthly meetings with senior serving professionals and partner and talk about the needs in the areas, and scams is always the #1 issue. That's always something we like to teach and have programs about. Obviously, right now we're doing everything virtually. We typically would go and do our scams and fraud programs at our senior centers. We're very, very fortunate here in the Central Virginia that we have a senior center in each of our 5 counties, with Culpeper, Fauquier, Rappahannock, Madison, and Orange counties. And we work closely with the sheriffs and the police departments in all of those counties, and work together on putting programs together for our seniors. And so we invited them here today, and we just appreciate AARP giving us this opportunity to go virtual and bring it to you out there in the virtual world. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ellen and Jenny. And it's my pleasure again, through Jenny's hard work and networking, she connected us to Master Police Officer Michael Grant. Michael, can you please give us a little bit of an introduction, and where are you from and where do you live now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having us. Michael Grant's my name, and as you said, I'm a Master Police Officer with the Culpeper Police Department. I'm the Triad Coordinator for the Culpeper, and we work closely with Jenny and Ellen all the time. And what I'm going to speak on a little bit today, briefly, is our seniors. It's tough to get out there now and educate them and tell them about all the frauds that are going on. But we track that, and we always ask if they seem to get a scam or something on the phone to call us, and we can kind of keep track. Our CID department keeps track of these calls and what's going on. Of course, the big ones is the Social Security. They're calling and saying that they're from Social Security and something's wrong with your card, and the police call, and then they give you and they want some money. Same thing with Medicare. They say that your Medicare has been interrupted, and call, and then they're going to ask for money. IRS the same way. People are calling and saying they're with the IRS and they want money and so forth. I can tell you, IRS is not going to call you. They're going to send you a letter first, and if that letter directions as to what to do, then you call IRS, and eventually you'll have phone calls back and forth. Don't ever give your name if you don't know who you're talking to. Don't give your date of birth. Don't give your social security. If you don't know who you're talking to, just hang up. Don't get any of that information. And if they want to give you, you put it on pay cards or gift cards and those type things, you know right away that that's not right. Nobody's going to ask you to do that. Locally, actually everywhere, and is your yards, roofs, those type things. People will ride along and say, you got trees hanging over your roof, I want to take care of that. Or they'll look at your roof and say, well, it looks like it's pretty bad, it should be replaced. They come in, drop off a little bit of material, they ask for money up front, and 9 times out of 10, you don't ever see them again. And unfortunately, if you pay them that way or pay them on cards or whatever, we can't get that back. Those prepaid cards, once their money's on there and you give it to somebody, it's tough to get that back. Locally, we got a scam started Monday. CID has an open investigation on it. Somebody's calling and saying they're with the police department and asking for money. They're working on that as we speak. Don't have a lot of leads on that that I'm aware of. They may, but somebody's calling saying they're with the Culpeper Police Department and asking for different things. So if you don't know who you're talking to, just hang up. If they say it from your bank, hang up, call your bank and say, hey, did you just call me? Is there something wrong? Do I need to talk to a bank teller or whatever? So the big key is just don't give that information out on the phone if you don't know who you're talking to. And like I say, if you get something like that, call us and we'll take a report of that. We'll turn it in, like say CID tracks that, how many calls, what type of calls we're getting and those type of things. So anyway, again, thank you for having me. And if you ever need anything from our area, please give us a call. We'll be more than happy to try to accommodate you the best we can.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your service. We really appreciate you and all that you do with the coalition as well as the Culpeper Police Department. And again, we are so thankful to have Lieutenant Chad Brubaker also join us. And Chad Brubaker is from Fauquier County. Would you like to say a few words on what's happening in your neck of the woods?
Absolutely. Again, we want to thank you guys for allowing us to join in with this. The Fauquier County Sheriff's Office takes a lot of pride in trying to stay in front of these things and help our seniors as much as we can. Where I'm coming from, I'm currently a lieutenant here at the Sheriff's Office. I am assigned to the SRO and Community Services Division, and under that, working with the triad comes with my job. So that's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm at. And I just want to go over 2 things that we're seeing out here in Fauquier that have especially concerned us. The first one is like Officer Grant talked about is the gift card and the gift card scheme. In our area, it's affecting seniors a lot, but basically it's affecting everybody. But especially the seniors that aren't, kind of aware or don't understand what's going on. What's going on out here in our area is people are calling and saying that their child is in jail somewhere, and that in order to get them out of jail, they need to have some gift cards. So people are going and buying the gift cards. They're scratching the numbers off the back. They're scratching everything off the back. They're sending these people the information, and obviously they're never getting that money back. That's just one version of it. Another version that we're seeing out here recently is through Facebook Marketplace, where people are trying to buy an item. The person that's posted the item on Facebook Messenger or Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist is asking for payment in gift cards. The people are going and grabbing the gift cards. They're scratching everything off the back. They're providing them with the information, and there was never an item for sale. So they're out, several $1,000s. The next item that we see a lot out here, and it concerned us because of this specificity of how it was happening, was a jury duty scam that we had out here. People were being contacted, and the offenders were using the actual names of the people that work here at the sheriff's office. So, they were saying that they were Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy Falls, that they were Sheriff Mosier, that they were Lieutenant Brubaker. So they had obviously done some research and knew who worked here, and they were placing calls out to people saying that they had missed jury duty, And in order for you to make sure that you weren't going to get in trouble, you would have to send a check. So we had numerous people, especially a lot of elderly people showing up here at the office, a lot of older people showing up here at the office with a check for $250 because that's what they were told they needed to not have to make the jury duty warrant go away. So there was a lot of money lost in that particular scam. I think we've gotten it kind of under control now. And again, like Officer Grant said, our criminal investigation division is working hard to try to track down those leads and figure out where that stuff is coming from. So those are two things that are affecting the people out here in Fauquier. Those are two great things that we're dealing with out there. So.
My goodness, it seems almost unbelievable that they would go through those links to do the research and find out who actually works at the sheriff's department and their names. And my goodness, that's unnerving. We at AARP, we're just really trying to encourage people to become, vigilant and be aware of the scams, the fraud, and we try our best through our Fraud Watch network to have different updates. And if you have access to the internet, please definitely connect with us on our website, aarp.org, and Google Fraud Watch Network. But do know that we have a large number of community ambassadors, and these volunteers help us communicate in small community settings virtually now. And it's my pleasure to introduce you to Martin Bailey. Martin Bailey has been a community ambassador with AARP Virginia State Office for a while, but he also wears a lot of other hats in the community. So Martin, tell us, what is your role in the community in helping people to stay informed about frauds and scams?
Good morning, Janine. Thank you for having me this morning. Right now, I'm, of course, an AARP community ambassador. I'm with the Virginia AARP Fraud Watch. I'm also with the Virginia Senior Medicare Patrol and also the Fairfax County Silver Shield, which is similar to the Triads. What I do is I basically do the presentations for Fraud Watch, identity theft, and fraud scams and identity theft is what my basic thing is, doing presentations. Right now it's virtually. Before it was going to the community centers, the libraries, and basically any organization that wants a presentation concerning how to protect themselves against identity theft and frauds, I'll do the presentation on. Lately, we've been doing a lot of presentations on the COVID virus scams that are going around. The police officers mentioned a couple of scams. All we're doing now, or in fact, all the scammers are doing, is just basically putting the coronavirus twist to them. The one that had the grandparent or the granddaughter had a problem. Now, instead of an automobile accident or something, the granddaughter's in the hospital with the virus and needs money to get out of the hospital. A couple of the ones that are going around now in Fairfax County is one that's called a felony lane scam or gang, felony lane gang. And what they're doing there is they're breaking into automobiles, and they don't care whether it's locked or unlocked. They will actually break the windows. If they see a purse or a wallet that's visible, they get it. And what they do is they're stealing your identity. And this is not just for Fairfax County. They found this is nationwide. And in fact, I Googled it yesterday. The FBI is also involved in this particular identity theft situation. And the other one they just investigated one where a lady was on a romance scam and lost almost $1 million on a romance scam. And again, these are the scams that are really connected with the virus now, because you're at home, you're alone, you want a relationship. A lot of people get on these romance sites and do these scams here. And all the scams and frauds that the police officers were mentioning, that's exactly what we do. We present them. We tell the people what to look out for and how to protect themselves against these scams.
Wonderful. And thank you so much, Martin, for your volunteer service and all that you do. And as he mentioned, Aging Together and AARP Virginia State Office, we're trying our best to bring these events and these workshops to you virtually. And so, again, it might be a Zoom meeting. It might be another Facebook Live event. Aging Together, you have a lot of programs and connections with other organizations. But what's happening and how do you serve those who are 50 and over and those that are in your region in light of COVID-19? Are there new twists to the work that you're doing? How are you communicating with individuals that are in your area?
Janaea, that's a great question. And it's true. Our work has changed a little bit in the way that we deliver it, but people still need information and still need a response to the COVID pandemic. So, for example, one of the first things that we were able to do was to provide a resource guide on our website. And the police department has helped to distribute that. Law enforcement has helped us to distribute that. But what happened was people were bombarded with information as soon as the pandemic hit. And we wanted to make sure that we were offering one place that was a trusted site for valuable and accurate information for older adults. The resource list gets updated every week, and it's now about 12 pages. And we are always trying to get that out to older adults. Another thing that we did was we recognized a huge concern with social isolation, particularly in long-term care facilities and for older adults who are living alone. So we were able to raise some funds to launch the iPads for Seniors program in our area and provide iPads to facilities in our region so that loved ones, during the lockdown, they were able to connect not just to their family members, but also to activities. And as Ginny mentioned earlier, we work very closely with the senior centers to provide programs for them. We've been trying to get together a pen pal program in some of our areas. We're writing old-fashioned letters to people as a way to stay connected. So I think during the pandemic, it's all about staying connected. Our message is physically distance, yes, but stay socially connected. So I think that's a big difference there. We don't want people to be socially isolated, and that's a huge risk right now. It really is.
Absolutely. And Jenny, what is that? Where can they find that resource list? What is your website, Aging Together, or do you Facebook page? What is the best way to get in contact with the volunteers and staff?
Our Facebook, our website is www.agingtogether.org, and you can also, so they can print off the resources they like. And as Ellen mentioned, it's phone numbers for all the important numbers that you need in our 5 counties that we serve. And we also list a few national numbers as well. And people can even call 211 Virginia and get help by just dialing those 3 numbers, 211. A lot of people aren't aware of that. So we just put that type of information on the resource list. And then we do have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Aging Together. And we put up our different events and things that we're doing on there. And if you'd like to join we do have a nice e-newsletter that comes once a month. And you can send your email to us and we'll add you to that. And if you don't mind, I'll plug a real quick thing. September 20th. Well, we have a great event coming up called 5 over 50, where we're going to be recognizing 5 individuals from our surrounding counties. And we got in a lot of nominations for individuals who made a big difference in their community. And then one person was selected. So that's going to be a live Facebook event on September 24th at 7 p.m. So again, go to our Facebook page, and it's a real feel-good program, and we appreciate everything our partners do to help us get out there in the community.
Absolutely. And it's the power of community, it's power of individuals who are volunteering their time, their expertise, but their passion to make a difference. So yes, I'm glad you plugged the 5 over 50 because those 5 people, they're volunteers and they do so much, and it's a wonderful program that's been going on for many years. Master Police Officer Michael Grant, can you tell us how can people get connected to your triad and tell us a little bit about what a triad actually does and how you all operating during this stay-at-home order.
Well, we go in the community and try to assist as much as we can and where we can with the seniors. Work closely with Ellen and Jenny all the time, and closely with our senior citizen center here. And like we took PPE supplies down there and masks, and we took a couple shields for the director, and stay in contact with them. And then I sit on a couple other coalitions and committees within the town for seeing how we can improve on helping the seniors. And right now, our top of our list is communication and transportation. How do they get to these events, or how do they get to the store, or those type things. I'm getting ready to work on a program, and I got to go out and kind of do the research, but we want to put a call list together that we can call these individuals each day and check on them. And of course, those that don't answer, we'll send an officer and make sure everything is okay. Their loved ones call us all the time from all over the country and say, I haven't heard from mom or dad or my cousin or whatever for 3 or 4 days. Can we go check on them? And of course, I'm sure like the lieutenant office does, we go out and we check on it and make sure everything's okay, or they need assistance or whatever we need. So we try to stay connected the best we can as to what our community needs and what we can do to help that. And like say, Jenny helps out and Ellen helps out tremendous. They call me and say, hey, can we do this or that or whatever? And so we try to stay out there the best we can.
Thank you so much. And yes, the power of network and the power of coalitions and the power of just, picking up the phone and alerting people. Did you hear about this, or did you receive this in the mail? Lieutenant Brubaker, how can people contact your sheriff's department and also your triad? How do they need, or how do they get information? Do you have a telephone network or anything? Want to make sure you plug any resources for people to stay in touch with you.
How the easiest way to get in touch with us here at the sheriff's office, especially if you've been the victim of a scam or feel that you're a victim of a scam, is to the old-fashioned way is to just give us a call. We'll send a deputy out to your house. We'll take a report and gather as much information as we can off of that. The second way to do it, if you're a senior and you're a little bit more computer savvy, we have the ability now through our website, which is FaulknerCounty.gov, and you can navigate to the sheriff's office page on that. We have what's called Police the Citizen, where you can go to that particular area of our website, and you can report that fraud or that scam directly to us through the computer, and we won't have to send anybody out there, and therefore that allows us to free up a little more resources. And the reason that we kind of want everybody to report these things for us, just a little bit of background. Probably a year and a half ago, we had a scam going around that we dealt with. We were able to track down some phone numbers and ended up charging several people out of the state of New York with committing those frauds down here. So every time you call us, every little bit of information that people can give to us helps us have the ability to solve these crimes. Now, many times they're coming from other countries. We got lucky this time and we were able to actually track somebody down and put them in handcuffs and have taken them to court and have dealt with that. But that's why we encourage everybody to report everything to us. And also on our website, under the community resources page, there's numerous different links to websites and stuff that we use. And always, if you would like, feel free to give me a call here at the sheriff's office. The main number is 540-422-8600. They will put you in touch with me, and if you don't get me because I'm maybe not at my desk, leave a message and I will get back to you as soon as I can, and I will help you any way that I can. So that's what we're doing out here, and that's kind of what's going on out here.
Sorry, I don't hear you
You're
today.
muted. You're muted.
Well, you're muted, Janaea.
Okay, well, so if I touch any button on here, we all just go black. We again are just trying our best to stream and use this technology, so I didn't even touch anything. But my ghost coworker is here, but can you plug a number for us, Officer Grant?
Lieutenant made me think of something which you asked me and I forgot. Is you can call us the old-fashioned way also, and of course we have a website and face page, but we have, and I'm sure Lieutenant does too. We have Neighborhood Watch, and each officer is assigned to a neighborhood, and we have 28 neighborhoods plus business neighborhoods, and we meet monthly. Every officer has to meet with that representative monthly, and we gather a lot of information through the Neighborhood Watch program, especially the frauds, like the Lieutenant said. Call us, let us know they're happening so we can look at them, investigate them, and try to track them down. And the Lieutenant's exactly right. 90% of these or more is coming from overseas. And once you send something or call to try to track it or get your money back, it just isn't going to happen. But you get lucky and it's a local type thing. And they are using now local phone numbers from over the seas. So you'll see that on your phone, this is a Culpeper number or it's a Boston number or whatever, and you answer it and it's actually coming from overseas. So they're creative, they're sharp, they're trained, they know what to say, they know how to say it, and you just gotta, if you don't know them, hang up. So, it's the best I can tell you.
Wonderful. And I think, Martin, you want to share how can people, stay connected and be informed?
Well, one of the things that Ellen brought up is to make sure they stay connected, because that's one of the things with the virus. You're disconnected with everybody, and that's one of the things the scammers want you to be is to get emotional with the scams. So what we need to do is make sure that the community outreaches stay connected with the people, make sure the people stay connected with one another. If they get a call, they're not sure about the call, have them call the local law enforcement, have them call a friend, ask them about it. And what I recommend is, one, if you think you're being scammed, stop, step back, hang up, disconnect, and think about what was said to you. If it's a federal organization, call them back up using a number that you've researched and ask them if they're really looking for you. If you're really concerned about something, you can always call up the AARP Fraud Watch at 877-908-3360. Definitely you want to call your local police, like the two officers said. You can also contact the Federal Trade Commission, get information from them, Federal Communications Commission, and also the FBI. They all have good websites with a lot of information about scams and everything. Again, if you feel you're a victim of a scam, definitely call your local law enforcement. Thank you, Janelle.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Martin. And Jenny and Ellen, can we call you also?
Yes, you may.
What's the phone number for Aging Together?
It's 540-829-6405. And I was also going to mention that, and because Lieutenant Brubaker is new with Triad, we had never met before this, there is also a Facebook page for the Fauquier County Triad program. And so I go on there and post scams that I've heard about and put them up where people can join and read that as well.
Wonderful. So again, it's the strength in numbers, but stay connected, stay informed. And also, I just want to close out by sharing that AARP's Fraud Watch Network, we do have a text message alert system. So if you would like to sign up for text messages, you can text FWN to 50757. So again, that's text FWN to 50757. Or again, just visit us on the AARP.org webpage in Fraud Watch Network, or you can just Google Fraud Watch Network. But AARP is trying to host a lot of teletown halls, webinars. There's even a podcast called The Perfect Scam. Sometimes I just listen to that when I'm home alone, and it's interesting. It's a real interesting podcast that you can listen to in your car or in your home. But the most important thing, I think all of us are trying to encourage you on this first Friday Fraudcast is for you to stay informed, to stay connected, and do know that we are here to support you. even virtually, with giving you the great information to keep you protected and your family protected. Any closing words, anyone? All right, well, I think we're ending on time. It is truly, truly my heartfelt thank you for all that you do in keeping us informed and connected and being such wonderful community partners and volunteers. And again, just stay informed, stay vigilant, and stay safe. That's all.
Thank you.
Take good care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Stay safe.